Good morning, guys. I hope you're having an amazing day today.
I hear you through my headphones, man.
Well, today's Tuesday, because yesterday I spent all day in bed because on Sunday and Monday my stomach was hurting so much. It felt like there was a mutant inside of me and it was like stabbing me on the inside. It was the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling ever, hearing it 24/7 that my stomach hurts, I don't want to get up, I want something to eat.
But we are heading to the gym. It is our last day at this gym because our original gym, which is Easy Gym, was under construction. And it's opening again tomorrow, and I can't wait to go back and be in a normal environment all over again. And we get to celebrate that with leg day tomorrow.
Bam! Can't wait.
So excited.
Leg day is Mundheep's favorite.
Anyways, I was thinking that since we go to the gym like every single day, right? And we don't go anywhere else but the gym and home. So either I'm wearing gym clothes or I'm wearing like PJs. Can we go shopping for gym clothes?
Are you crazy? What, today?
Eventually.
Yeah, we'll go today. We'll go this week, okay? Yeah, because girl over here looks like she's about to go to the bloody cinema to watch a film, ready to order a popcorn. Denim, man's wearing my top.
You gave it to me.
Fine. She's wearing her Converses, and then she's wearing a...
Doesn't anyone else wear Converse to the gym? I swear it's a normal thing.
No, they do, especially for grip on leg day.
Exactly, but like we don't really do much cardio. I mean, like in terms of like running on a treadmill and stuff. So I feel like I don't really need running shoes per se. So we do like ropes and like hit stuff that doesn't involve the machines. So I think it'll be okay.
In the new gym, we're gonna be doing sleds. Are you ready? And tire pushes.
And also, I have like a lot of sneakers, but I don't really get to wear them all because when I do go out, I like to dress nice. So then that requires not wearing sneakers for a girl. Well, for me personally. So those sneakers never get worn, so I'm gonna start wearing them to the gym. Anyways, I'm gonna go now to the gym and have my pre-workout. Peace. As many of you may or may not know, as soon as I got married, I moved in with my in-laws, and this includes living with Amen, my husband, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my sister-in-law, who is Amen's elder sister. Now, I know everyone has their own experience based on the word in-laws, but my story and what I'm gonna share with you is based on my opinion, my experience, and my beliefs. So don't instantly go down below and leave a negative comment saying, oh, you're this way, you're that way, you're wrong for thinking that, you're wrong for doing that, you're wrong for saying that. But because this is everything that I'm sharing with you is based on my experience and what I've gone through and how I'm dealing with it. So I get a lot of messages from people asking how to live with your in-laws or how to deal with the type of situation that's happening in that person's house, or how to deal with someone negative or someone positive, or just like a whole bunch of things. So I can only do but give you the best answer that I would give myself. So by all means, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a professional, I'm just a normal person like everyone else that's watching this, that gives you my advice that I follow, that might be able to help you, might not, but I'm just gonna give you guys what I believe and my experiences and how I would deal with that certain kind of problem. So before I got married, I was so scared about moving in with my in-laws because I've heard so many negative stories. I've heard more negative stories than positive stories. Like, it's unbelievable about how many negative stories are out there. Even though I did get lucky to meet my in-laws and got to hang out with them a couple of times before the wedding, I was still so nervous to live with a new set of parents under a new roof for pretty much the rest of my life. Because look, it took me 27 years to get to know my parents, like my Canada parents, and it took me those 27 years to go through the good stuff and understand the bad stuff and to know what they're like and to know how to approach them in certain situations, or how to address something, or how to explain something, or how to teach them something, or how to convince them to do something. And now having to do that with a brand new set of parents in a brand new country, I was so nervous, even though I think I kept my cool for majority of the time, even though I've had my little breakdowns and meltdowns, as some of my friends can understand. If you guys are watching, thanks for helping me. So ever since I was young, about 15-16 years old, pretty much when I started working a full-time job while I was in school, I've always dreamt about living on my own and having my own place. And this was before the thought of marriage even came into my mind. I always wanted to live on my own, decorate my own cute little place. I always wanted to go in and out as I please, have my own set of rules, and pretty much go in and out without having to explain to someone where I'm going every single time, even if it's just to get a cup of coffee. Now I know that might not be the biggest and baddest dream someone could ever have, because normally people have dreams about careers and stuff like that, but that's what I wanted as an independent person because of the way that I was raised. So I grew up with like very strictish parents. I mean, not super strict, but like strict in the sense of I can't do anything without being yelled at. If any of my brown people can relate to that. My dad was usually always at work, and it's my mom that always was interacting with me and Harji in terms of going out, coming back home, going to birthday parties, and doing all that kind of stuff. And the only way we were raised the way we were raised is because that's how they were raised, or that's how they were taught to behave, or taught to raise kids, or just because of what they're exposed to by everyone else is how they're gonna treat everyone else. Does that make sense? So you know how people say you reflect the 7 people you're closest to, or 5 people, or something. You reflect the closest people you're closest to. You reflect the people that you are closest to. That makes more sense, so let's go with that. So they're only gonna act and raise us the way that they've seen people raise other kids, or raise their kids, or the way they were raised. You get the point. Pretty much my mom was just trying to protect us, and she didn't want us to get hurt or shut down by people, or get lied to, or like get taken advantage of, by like doing something that's dangerous, or doing something that like we shouldn't be doing, or something illegal, or like I don't know what was going through her mind, but she just thought the worst of the worst because of all the Indian movies that she was watching. So whenever we did want to go out, even if it was to like a birthday party, like to go bowling or chill in someone's house with the rest of our friends, cut a cake, have a birthday party with their family and stuff, we would always argue and fight in order to be able to go out. So it's like we would have to plan months in advance on how to ask our mom if we could go out to his birthday party. It was so complicated, and I just didn't want that. I just wanted to have like a simple life, go in and out as I please, and not always have to have an argument every time I wanted to do something. But now that I think of it, it's actually kind of pretty funny. That's why I had that dream about living on my own, having my own place, and like da-da-da-da-da. That is the exact reason why. The closer the wedding came, the more nervous I became. I don't know if that's normal for a lot of people, but that's what happened to me. I started freaking out, and I just started having these random moments where I was like, oh my god, like how am I gonna live with brand new people? How am I gonna do what I do now? And explain myself for every single thing that I do, every little action. It took me so long to explain to my parents. How do I explain to someone else's parents? And it was like a whole big scene in my mind. So I'd always ask Amin all these questions and make up these scenarios to find out like how his parents would react if I wanted to go here, or if I wanted to do this, or if I wanted to wear this, or if I wanted to like eat that or drink that, or like anything. I would ask him all these scenarios so I would know. But that does not prepare you for what you're about to step into, because he's known them forever, but I'm a brand new person. Just like, how do I know that Amin's telling the truth? How do I know that he's not convincing me to be happy to move my country to live somewhere else? How do I know? Of course, because I trust him. But still, how do I know, right? So no matter what positive answer he always gave me, I was just never satisfied, and then I always go to sleep upset because I'm just like, lied to me, whatever. It's gonna be the worst case scenario, which was never the case. It was never true. And then I got married, and I moved to a brand new country to live with brand new people. So for me, my independence means the world to me because I've worked so hard to get it. Moving into a new family is one thing, but moving into a new country where you have no job, so no form of income, you don't know how to drive, you don't know where anything is, you don't know where to get the closest cup of coffee, and you have no friends, especially when you're coming from a world where you do everything with your friends and not your family. It was different. It's like a culture shock. It's like being born all over again. That's how I explain my transition from being unmarried to married to a new country, being born all over again. So it's like I'm 0 years old. So because my independence is so important to me, it's hard for me to ask people for something, or ask someone to drive me somewhere or get something for me. So to ask my parents, well, Amin's parents, my parents now, to drive me somewhere or get me something or do this, I couldn't do it because it was like awkward for me to ask because I wasn't used to asking my own parents from Canada. So I didn't know how to do that. So that was really hard. And I think that part was harder for me than actually living with them, was asking for things from them, because it's just not something I'm used to doing. Because like in Canada, if I wanted to do something or wanted to go somewhere or get myself something, I just pull out my car keys, get in my car, just drive there and get myself a cup of coffee or like whatever I needed. So when I think of Ahmed's parents, I think of them as my own. Like they're my parents, even though they're my parent-in-laws. My parent-in-laws, they're my in-laws. They're my mom and dad. That does not make sense, but I just think of them as my own parents. I've lived with them my entire lifetime because I genuinely feel like that's the best way to enjoy where you're living and just to have fun every single day and be comfortable. One thing that really stuck with me that my father-in-law said to me before the wedding was, he's like, I know it's hard to drop something and adapt to a brand new family with 4 different people and in a new country, but we're going to be adapting to one new person. So we'll adapt to what you need and what you want in order to make your transition easier, because we don't want it to be a hard process for you. Who says that? But of course, when he said it, it was like the most sweetest and like the most amazing thing someone could ever say. Obviously, I can't like recreate the moment because I'm the most unemotional person ever. Well, I'm so monotone, so I can't recreate that moment. I'm sorry guys, but that's what he said. What I think is the most important thing is that your husband is your best friend, so that he's willing to be there for you no matter what. He's pretty much your backbone. I don't mean in the terms of like him always picking you over his parents or fighting against his parents. I mean more in the sense of he knows how to be that middle ground. Like say that you want something, or you want something to be done a certain way, or you feel something or strongly about a certain topic, you would tell him and he would know best how to express it to everyone else in the family, or how to talk about that topic, or how to bring it up in a topic of conversation, because no one knows his parents better than he does. And I'm so thankful that I've married a man like that. It's hard to come by people like that. I think I'm very lucky to have found someone that understands my grind, that understands the way I think, the way I do things, understands my OCD for certain things. He has a lot of patience to do with me. Ahmed has made the whole process of moving to another country so easy and so fun that I don't even think that I miss home as much because of him. He literally let me change his bedroom. He let me paint whatever color I wanted, rearrange the furniture, buy new furniture, move his stuff around, make room for my stuff. Just like put him in a different routine from what he's used to. Made him change his work schedule and just like a bunch of stuff you just don't do. And his parents and his sister, a whole different story. My father-in-law is probably the most understanding and patient person ever. Whenever someone does the tiniest thing to make a difference, like for example, if I make something, like I make oatmeal cookies, or like I make Indian food or pasta, or just my healthy foods, or I put a piece of furniture in the bathroom like a stand, or I put a candle somewhere, the way that he expresses his gratitude and his appreciation is so intense. It makes you feel like you've just solved a world problem. Like he is so incredibly nice, and he makes you feel so appreciated for the little tiniest things that you do. And then it's just like a happy feeling. Like wouldn't you feel happy if someone always complimented you on the way that you do something or the way that you make something? My mother-in-law, she is the most funniest and straight up person ever. So because I think I'm funny in this, I might not even be funny to you guys, like I don't know, but I personally think I'm funny in the terms of like sarcastic funny. I get that from my mom because she's like very blunt and sarcastic, so I guess I can say like rude and sarcastic ends up being funny to some people. So whatever, I think I'm funny. I don't care if you don't. But she's so funny and straightforward. I feel like I can relate to her so well because I'm funny and straightforward, and she's so straightforward that when she says something, you know, sometimes when someone says something to you and you don't know how to take it or how to imply it or what they're implying or what they're trying to say but they're not actually saying it, you won't feel that way around her. Like she'll tell you exactly how you should be feeling about something. Like she won't make you stress out in the corner going like, oh my god, what did she say? What did she really mean? Did she mean that? Did she not mean that? She's so straightforward that thought process doesn't even exist in my mind because she just says it how it is. And like if I don't know how to do something, she will help me. If I don't know how to cook something, she teaches me. If I wanted to go somewhere and I wanted to get my nails done, mom would drop me off and she would let me get my nails done while she runs errands, and she picks me up and she's always there for me running errands. And I'm like, the other day I'm like, what do I do when I want to deliver my cakes and stuff because I can't drive, I don't know what anything is. She's like, we're all here to help you, so whenever you need help delivering cakes, I'd be more than happy to help you deliver them. Like, who says that? Like, she's so sweet. Because I'm like very OCD in terms of like where I put certain things or how I stack things or place things in the kitchen. And mom goes like, you can put stuff wherever you want, do whatever you want, as long as you tell me where everything is. That's all I need to know. That's like a dream in disguise. Like, she's fulfilling my house dreams of like setting up my own house. And I'm in sister, aka my sister-in-law, the sweetest down-to-earth person ever. She's a fellow nurse, so she has like no bad bone in her body, and because of her I've never felt like I don't have any friends here, because she's literally been like a homie to me. I can be so honest with her about anything. I can be open with her. She always, like, if I'm not feeling well, she's always there to take care of me, and just like, she's like the friend. That's how cool she is. And everyone in the family, like, I honestly feel like no one in the family has a bad bone in their body. If someone had a gun held to my head forcing me to say a negative comment about my new family, that's it. The gun will go off and that's it, because I couldn't even think of a negative thing to say. Like, how is that possible? But for real though, I just think some people get lucky and some people unfortunately don't. I actually feel like I'm very lucky to have found Amin, to have found a family like his, and they've never once made me feel like an outsider, that this is not my family, or that I don't belong here. They've never treated me less than like a daughter. And then one random day, it was so random, I think we were having dinner or something, and Amin's dad goes like to me, he's like, Mundheep, don't you miss home? Like, don't you miss your Canada home and being, you know, in your own home, your own bed and stuff? I'm like, no, I actually don't. I do miss my family, I do miss my friends, I do miss Snoopy, but I'm happy here. Like, I'm so happy that I don't even get sad thinking about it. I do think about it, but I'm happy. Like, I'm not happy that I'm gone. I'm happy that I have two families. I'm blessed enough to be able to fly back and forth whenever I want to see whoever. And it's just like, I've never thought of it as a sad thing. And a lot of you have been saying that, oh Mundheep, you don't look happy, you look unwell, you look like you're depressed, you look like, you know, you're not the same Mundheep as you used to be in Canada. Trust me guys, I'm exactly the same Mundheep I was in Canada. I've honestly just been tired trying to sort out my new routine, my new lifestyle, trying to get used to the country weather. This is always raining. I've just been like trying to figure out ways to start up my new business, because obviously just left it all in Canada and I want to restart it here as well, and I want to be able to do both places. So I've just been like literally tired from doing all that, literally sleeping late, waking up early, and I've literally just been on the grind. So that's why I look tired. I'm not wearing makeup right now. I usually don't wear makeup unless it's for a video that I'm recording for a tutorial or something, or unless I'm going out. So I do look like this on a daily basis. That's why I look tired. A lot of you are like, oh, don't let the married life make your goals go downhill and everyone be unsupportive about your dreams and your goals. Don't change. I'm not. They're actually more supportive about my goals than I actually am. They come up with more ideas than I can even come up with. Every day they go like, dad comes home from work and he goes like, Mundheep, did you think of a cool way to start up your business, or have you gotten any inquiries yet? Have you gotten this? Have you gotten... They're more intrigued than I am. So no, they're not dampering my dreams and goals, or they're not like shutting out what I want to do in life because I'm married. No, I don't even feel like I'm married. I feel like the same Mundheep I was in Canada, except I am legally bound to someone. I'm married. I live in a new country with a new family, but in terms of being able to do what I want, it's still exactly the same. It hasn't changed, and I'm so grateful for that. It really doesn't even feel like I'm living with a family. It feels like I'm living with 5 friends who chill every single day, have dinner together, and that's it. Like that's it. There's no drama, there's no complications. Everything's so straightforward and simple. That's the way that I am, that's the way they are, and that's the way we all of us work together, and we're just all happy little chappy people under one roof. Another thing I did want to discuss is I did post a video about making food for my in-laws for the first time, and the amount of negative comments I received on that was unbelievable. I don't understand how people can turn a 5-minute preview of my day and turn it into such a negative thing. Like, how do you come up with so many negative statements and theories of a 5-minute video? That's like 5 minutes out of 24 hours. That's like not even an eighth of the day. Like, I don't understand how you can come up with these statements. And these statements go on about like how my husband's not there for me, how he's not supportive. Why am I cooking for my in-laws? They should be cooking for me. Why should they be cooking for me every single day? Why can't we cook together? Why do you think I should be getting a princess treatment? No, everyone should be in the kitchen working together, and everyone makes food together because everyone eats together. And it's not the way that all these negative comments are saying. So like, I don't know where you guys are coming with this. I don't know what you've experienced in your life. I don't know what you guys are going through. through, and I'm so sorry for that, but that's not the case here. Everyone in the family was literally in the kitchen helping out all day long from morning till 1 a.m. cleaning up afterwards. No one sat and rested. Everyone was so helpful. They would never even make me feel that way ever. There were times I was like, no, don't worry, I'll do it, you go sit down. They're like, no, we're here to help, we're gonna help. I don't understand some of you guys, like, but everyone's making it to be like I'm cooking day and night in the kitchen, sleeping on the kitchen floor, and like doing all these crazy things when I'm not. So I don't know what you guys see marriage out to be, but it's a blast. Like, I'm having so much fun. I couldn't be happier. And like, I enjoy cooking because you guys know I'm a baker. You guys know I make cakes. So I'm always in the kitchen because of work. So if I'm making food for myself, making food of a couple more servings isn't gonna hurt me. So I mean, if I'm gonna make food for myself, I'm obviously gonna make food for everyone else. Like, it's not a big deal. If I'm instead of making 1 chicken breast, I'll make like 5. Do you know what I mean? It's all being made together anyways. And just because I do offer to make food for everyone doesn't mean A, I'm in the kitchen by myself cooking it. B, it doesn't mean I'm taking my lifestyle back generations and degrading women today and all that stuff. No, it just means I enjoy cooking. Mom helps me in the kitchen. My sister helps me in the kitchen, and we do everything together. We eat together and we clean up together, and then we just all of us put the dishwasher on at the same time. We just do all these funny games and everything, and we just always have fun every single day about it. So I don't know why it seemed to be so negative to live with your in-laws when it's really not. But I guess haters will always hate because some people just only have bad things to say, and there's nothing you can do about it but ignore it. I know some of you will definitely comment saying, oh, wait a couple months, wait a couple years, tell me if you still act the same way, you feel the same way. I bet you're not gonna feel the same way. I bet things are gonna change, and watch how much they change. I don't agree with that. I personally feel like you can always choose the way you want to live, and you can always have the life that you want. If you want a good life and a positive life, you should only have those positive thoughts and a positive mindset to portray those positive actions. If you're gonna have negative thoughts, then you're gonna do negative actions and you're gonna have a negative life. So you are the master of your own universe. So you guys are literally in charge of how you guys want your life to be. Unfortunately, some people aren't lucky to get really understanding and like really chill in-laws, and some people are. So, but for the ones that aren't, I'm not saying you guys aren't lucky, it's just maybe they're different, maybe their mindset's different or their mentality's different. And if you guys aren't both happy in that house, or it's not healthy for you and your husband's relationship, then yeah, go get a place on your own and go live on your own. If that's the best decision for you, then you do it. But don't just complain about it all the time. Just do it and be happy and do what you need to do to make your situation better. An elephant pillow. Everyone has their own stories and their own circumstances, and I'm just sharing with you guys my own story and my own experiences. And I'm not trying to say I have like the perfect life, because my life is exactly like everyone else's. I'm living day by day. I'm working on things I want to work on. I'm focusing on the good, not focusing on the negative. And I don't know if you guys believe in like manifesting things, but if you think positive thoughts and you work towards positive things, that will come. Eventually it will come. And if you guys focus too much on the negative, you're only going to be surrounded by negative things. And just, if you don't want to be in that negative atmosphere, just remove yourself from it. And if that's the best decision for you, then you have to do it, right? And I honestly hope a lot of people can relate to my story. I hope a lot of you guys can do have amazing in-laws, and I hope you guys have very good stories. For the people that maybe just don't like to live with in-laws, they just want to live on your own, then kudos to you. And I feel like anyone can live whatever lifestyle they want to live, and there's nothing wrong with any of it. I'm just saying, if you guys are one of the few that don't have the best in-laws, or like they like to argue a lot, or they're always stirring up things, because people like that do exist. If you can have friends that exist like that, why can't you have in-laws that are like that? So, and if they're type of way, and then if you try to talk to them and try to get them to come to an understanding or try to get them to calm down, they just don't listen, it doesn't work, and there's no solution in fixing the way that they think and stuff, then you need to remove yourself from that atmosphere. So if you guys have any stories to share or any advice for people that do live with in-laws that need the advice, or have any happy good things to share, please do leave a comment down below. I would love to read, and all the other viewers would love to read, because I'm pretty sure everyone reads pretty much all the comments. But other than that, I'm kind of numb from sitting on the floor. So I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed my little insight on how it is to live with my in-laws, and everything I told you is honest truth. Like, there's no point in me lying. If it was all bad, I wouldn't even share it. I'm gonna stop talking because I can't breathe anymore. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'm sorry I talked for like a very long time, but I just felt like this needed to be shared. shared. And if you guys see that notification bell down there somewhere, just click on it, because I know a lot of you guys have been saying that you don't get the notifications from my videos. So if you click on it, every time I do post, you will get a notification and you will be able to see my video when I release. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.
You can put your dollar on me. Promise I'll be everything you want and you need. You got me going up and above. I can't get enough. It's like you put a spell on me. If you really bout it, then I'm bout it for sure. Yeah, you know I'm different than the ones before. Ain't nobody gotta know, we can keep it on the low. You're the one I've been looking for.